Hello and welcome back to What SGA Has to Say. I'm your host, the Communications Director of SGA, Joey Bobo. And on my left, your right on the screen, is Matt Palange. I'll give a little introduction before he fully introduces himself, but Matt's a good friend of mine. He's in the Sports Comm major as well as me, and we're here to talk about a bunch of different things, what he does, any issues that he knows on campus, and Matt, thanks for coming on and taking the time out of your super busy schedule.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having me so much. So, as you said, I'm a Sports Comm major. I'm the current sports director for UView, the secretary for the Sports Comm Club, and the sports editor for the Globe.
And you're a sophomore?
Yeah, I'm a class of 26 sophomore, yeah.
26, class of 26, he's a sophomore, and he's on the board of 3 different clubs. That's a lot as a sophomore.
Flattering me.
What is it like? I mean, being a sophomore, like I wasn't that involved when I was a sophomore, but like what is it like either personally or like time-wise, maintenance-wise, schedule-wise, where you're just like, wow, I'm in the board of 3 clubs and I actually have like some sort of an important role on campus?
Yeah, so I guess like because I was like mainly like so focused on my career like when I first got here, because like out-of-state tuition and everything, like it was so expensive, so I like had to make sure like I was coming here and doing the right things. Honestly, I think last year I was just UView mainly. Like I didn't really write for the Globe or anything. I didn't like I went to Sports Comm a little bit, but this year more like I took it serious because like I want to start as early as possible. It's definitely like not as easy, but like once like you get used to it, like you just like plan out your day and you always look ahead. So it's definitely like not the easiest thing, but like I know like in the end it's gonna be worth it.
No, yeah, you're right. I didn't really start getting involved until I was a junior. So last year I joined CAB. Well, I was in CAB my sophomore year, but I wasn't on the board or really did anything. Then I joined the board, social media coordinator, and did UView and whatever. But now I'm on, 2 boards, SGA and Sports Comm. Am I missing any?
You're a producer?
Yeah, but that's not like, it's not on the board or anything. I don't really have to worry about like the ins and outs of UView and organizing important stuff for the organization or whatever. But anyways, so you're a sophomore, Sports Comm major. What got you into sports? I know you have like a huge passion for sports, but like, is that what ultimately drove you to coming to Point Park to pursue Sports Comm, or is there like a different, I guess, like path that you may have taken just to? I mean, you're from Ohio, so like you came to Pittsburgh from Ohio and joined a brand new major, the Sports Comm major, which is only in its 3rd year. But what like kind of led you to the decision of this is where I'm gonna go? I'm fully invested in on this major. Even though it's brand new, like I'm ready to get started and get going.
Yeah. So I actually a really weird journey to this because I started off like not knowing what I wanted to do, and like my junior and senior year, I took dental in high school. So I was about to be a dental hygienist. Yeah.
In high school.
Yeah. There's like a little dental program that just like gets you like the like certified dental assisting, CPR certified, and like teaches you like before you go to college for it.
Interesting. We didn't have that here.
Yeah, I know, but it was just like something like I took in high school because I thought that's what I wanted to do, and then like I kind of like realized that like that was like too much for me, and like I wasn't passionate about it, and I never knew like my true passion. I was really into music, but like I realized that that's also a tough thing to go into, so I eventually just switched over, and I just applied to a bunch of colleges that like looked interesting to me. Point Park was one of them, obviously. Bernie Anke was reaching out to comm students. Like, he was just having Zoom meetings with them or one-on-one meetings. Like, if they had the chance in person, obviously I'm out of state, so it was Zoom. And he told me about Sports Comm, and I was like, this guy just, like, I've been following sports my whole life religiously. Mm-hmm. And this guy just brought up Sports Comm to me, and I was like, sign me up. Didn't do a tour of the school, just showed up and immediately came here, moved in, and then it was history from there.
Shout out Bernie. Bernie really does a lot for the new Sports Comm major. And I don't really hear stories about, like, what Matt just said of him reaching out to people that are applying and interested in the major and like being there for this like incoming students and being like, this is what we're here for, this is what we can provide. I mean, I'm sure that was probably awesome to hear and maybe a part of the reason why you're here, but yeah, it's awesome to hear stuff like that, especially coming from Bernie. I mean, I love Bernie. Bernie's a great guy.
Yeah, I agree. He does a lot for us for sure.
He does for sure. For school comm, sports comm, everyone. Yeah, no, I love Bernie. I still can't get over that you said you were going to school to be a dental hygienist.
Yeah.
Like you took a dentistry class.
Yeah,
I
it
guess
was like
is what it would be called in high school.
Thing like you would like it was like a 3-period class. So it was like 3 periods of my
You had
day
it
in high
like
school.
in your high school.
It was like in one of like the local high schools. So we would like travel. So I did like my other like main classes at like my high school, and then I would travel to the other school and do 3 periods of dental.
We had like the I can't remember the name of the school, but like the trade school where you would go to do like carpentry, auto body stuff.
That's what it is. But we had a dental.
But it was
one.
just dentist. Like
We had carpentry. We had like radio production.
Were they all in the same school? Or
no,
like...
there was all 3 schools in our district. All 3 schools in the district like offered certain ones. So there was like culinary, there was like viscom, which is like art, carpentry, welding, stuff like that. Dentist and medical. Those were 2 of the other ones too.
Yeah, no, I mean, unless I'm wrong, but I just remember there being like the auto body stuff, culinary, like hair, makeup, stuff like that. But dentist, that's that's kind of
cosmetology was there too.
Yeah, cosmetology, yeah. But that's kind of weird hearing dentist. Like I never knew you could just go take a class to learn to become a dentist when you're like 16.
Yeah,
like
16, 17,
I wouldn't trust any 16-year-old with any dental equipment. That kind of just rubs me the wrong way.
Well, like we got certified in being a dental assistant, and I was like going to do that like before.
At what age?
I was it was my senior year, so I was 17.
Oh, jeez.
Which like it was just like
that's kind of crazy.
And when I like got the job to like be a dental assistant, I was like, nah. And I just immediately said no, and I turned back around from it immediately.
All right, well, so we're gonna talk more about Sports Comm, right?
Sweet.
You're the secretary of the club. I'm the vice president. We both do 2 completely different things. You're on air / behind the scenes. I'm content behind the scenes. I don't really go on air. But like tell us, like, I mean I know already, but tell everyone that's listening about like what the comm is, what they provide for not only athletics but just for the student body in the school, and how people can either get involved or like show support for the club and the rest of the athletics on campus. And
Yeah, you obviously know everything, so like this is to you guys. Definitely one thing that I feel like we should preach is like the fact that's open to all students. You could be like a media management student and you could just step on and learn some off-air stuff because you never know, like you could get into that industry. So like we offer on-air talent, which is like play-by-play. We do like interviews, color commentary. We do like sometimes we do halftime shows, pregame shows. It just depends on like how many people are there, I guess. But we definitely push out stuff like media. We do social media too, which is really cool. Obviously, we have people like you that do photo, video, and content creation. And then we're starting up doing like PR and advertisement, which we're going to try to get into, which is cool. I would say the one thing about Sports Comm is it's inclusive to everyone, and there's always an opportunity to learn something, whether it's just being behind a camera, learning how to work a camera, learning how to like work a scoreboard or something like that. And it's always fun. Like we're like a big family. Like and it's cool. Like you get to go to the sports games, you get to watch the games, and you just get to like work with them, which is really cool. So the connections are there too. No,
yeah, you're right. It's nice right now because it's soccer season, so we're down at Highmark, and that's one of the places that like you don't think that you'll ever be able to like go and work there, even like in college. And we're fortunate enough to where we're in close vicinity of the stadium. It's just right across the river. The view is incredible. Like every time we go, it just gets better and better, especially with like the time change and whatnot, how it gets darker sooner and whatnot. But there's just I think like echoing what you were saying, there's just a lot of opportunities for students that may not be sports comm majors, maybe acting or like you said, like marketing, PR and ad, SAEM majors. Like anyone can get involved. But you're right, we do a lot of crazy stuff.
Yeah, it's just super fun. Like there's just a lot of opportunities to just learn things, and there's also just like you get to be with the athletics teams and just like sometimes you'll even like get a chat with them about it, and you just like get a better view on how the sports work down here. So
yeah, that's one thing that I like. I think is probably one of my favorite things about not just being involved in the club and whatnot, but just staying so like heavily involved in athletics, like past high school. Like we're at a collegiate level, right? So granted, it's not NCAA Division I or whatever, but like still, like these people are athletes. Like they go in and out every day, all day. Like even on Saturdays and Sundays on the weekends, like they have games, they got practice. maybe they just have a travel day. Like they put a lot of work into it, and the stuff that we do to showcase their talents and what they're capable of
Right.
is I think it's pretty cool what we do. There's not a lot of, I mean, at least in the NAIA, there's not a lot of like, I think schools that do as great of a job as we do.
Yeah,
And I'm not
NAIA for
knocking
sure.
any of the other NAIA schools. I don't follow, I think, any of them, to be honest, just because like I just follow us and keep track of what we do. But I think at least from the last probably year or so, since we've like really honed in on what we're trying to accomplish and all the different things that we've been trying to do, like I think we have some of the best media in the NAIA. I could be wrong, but that's also kind of more of just a biased opinion.
We would have to like explore like NAIA schools to like see, but like you gotta understand, like we have a lot of hands-on people doing stuff consistently for just an NAIA school, so it's gonna be hard to overcome us. But like we haven't like explored every single NAIA school, so like maybe we might have to look into just see like maybe if we can improve on something, or like
I'm just gonna say we're the
avoid.
best, just because.
Oh, I'll agree.
I mean, like I know
I'm not
we
gonna
are.
disagree with it.
I know we put out good stuff. Don't worry. Follow us.
Go check it out.
Point Park, is it just Point Park Sports?
Point Park Sports, yeah.
On Instagram.
Follow all the athletic teams.
All the athletic teams. Every single one. I'm not going to list them all because there's a lot. Follow all the shooters. Follow everyone that does the broadcast, behind the scenes, on camera. Shout out the club. Y'all know who you are.
Yep.
We do crazy stuff.
If you want to join the club?
Yeah, and if you want to join the club, reach out to Matt. He's the secretary.
Yeah.
What's your email, just so in case?
Oh yeah, my Point Park
email
email is mapalan@pointpark.edu. If you want to join the club, I'll send you the link. Maybe let me know what you're interested in doing. I think it'd be cool if you're interested at all.
Mm-hmm, for sure. And they're actually, we just finished writing out the constitution for the club, and during our legislative body meeting today at 3:15 in Lawrence Hall 200, the Fishbowl, it's going to be hopefully passed on, and Sports Comm Club will be, I guess, recognized under SGA, which is a pretty big deal. I mean, it's a brand new club, and the amount of stuff that everyone puts into it, I think it's going to be nice to be recognized
I agree.
through SGA.
I agree. You know, like I feel like, you know, a lot of people like when you take like a first glance at Point Park, you're like dance school, theater school, like art school. Obviously, they offer a bunch of different majors, so you might look into that. But like, athletics isn't the main focus of like a lot of schools. Our school especially is not like the main focus. Obviously, like the school cares about it. Obviously, there's things about it, but like being able to be recognized, especially the media work, because obviously like, the players are gonna get more recognized than like the people that do the media. So I think like it's good that like the media team is getting some sort of recognition, because like we definitely care about the school and the athletics a lot. So not even just them, like we care a lot. So I think it's definitely something really cool.
We're just super passionate about athletics here at Point Park. If you're looking to come out to a game, I mean, stay tuned to all the socials like we were just saying. We got a couple more home games left. Basketball's coming up. Volleyball still in the student section.
Yeah. So it's easy to access.
It's free. FREE free on campus in the student center.
You might catch me on color commentary too.
Yeah. But we actually just had our AD, John Ashley, come into one of our ledge body meetings. I think it was 2 weeks ago now, talking about wanting to get some sort of student section, student body-led group or organization that comes to the events. I think it's a great idea. Try just not only for the teams, just to bring more energy and some sort of bond, I guess, between the student body and the athletics, but just like it's hype. I mean, within the last year, I think we've definitely had more attendance in our more recent home games at volleyball and soccer, at least for probably the last year. Granted, we had like, if the women's team was first and the men's was after, the women's team 9 times out of 10 is going to stay. But like, even people that I hadn't seen come to games last year, like, are there this year, and it's nice. But if you're considering coming to one of our athletic events and you're interested in watching or getting involved, reach out to Matt, reach out to me. If you have a name suggestion for the student section, student organization, whatever you want to call it, that is going to come to the games and support the Pioneer Athletics, drop it in the comments. I like the Herd. We were playing with the Herd last year on the T-shirts. Run with the Herd was the slogan that we had, but the Herd, I like it.
Yeah.
It's a collective group a herd, more than one.
I think
Run
one thing
with
is
the
like
herd.
picking like themes for like each game too. Like that's something we're gonna have to like try to do. Whoever has control of that, like picking themes. So like we can obviously we don't have a football team, which is like we're like
You know
see,
who
like,
could
big
pick the
crowds.
themes for the games?
Me.
The PR and ad committee at the Sports Comm Club. Join if you're interested.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be insane. That's why
But
we need to get.
we
a
can
PR
get
ad
events
committee.
going on for the student body, free shirts maybe some free food, different in-game activities. I mean, who knows? If you're passionate about stuff like that, reach out. Either reach out to either of us, put it in the comment, or just tell someone else to then start spreading the word so everyone else hears about it, and then it gets brought up more often.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sports Comm Club is where it's at.
Yeah, it's fun. We love it.
We do love it. All right, we're gonna get to what you have to say, Matt. We've been going around and asking some people like, what are some things that you have noticed on campus or personally experienced firsthand, or maybe heard from someone else, maybe a roommate, a friend, whoever it may be. Are there any issues on campus that you're noticing that either you would like to be resolved, or maybe something the SGA and the executive cabinet and the senators could potentially work on to resolving?
Yeah, I think one thing that my main thing I want to focus is like students like consistently knowing and being reminded of like the offices and like that there's resources to help them for almost everything. I think like obviously it's not something that like you guys can let's add another office in, because I truly believe that there's an office for almost everything to help out a student for. There's a tutor office, there's an office for almost any problem that you are having on campus. So I definitely think that students forget about them often. Sometimes I'm not gonna lie, I forget about them. There's been times where I was like, maybe I should like talk to someone about this and like bring it up to someone, but like I know there's an office for it, and I found out there was. So I think there should be a way for a student to be like reminded, because like college is stressful for a lot of people, and they might have. We don't know what some students are having issue wise, so they just need to be reminded that there's someone to talk to about almost anything. So I think that that's something that should be pushed out a little more, maybe. I know a lot of people that have to live on campus. Deal with is I guess the dining hall. That's something like more minor and like fun to poke fun at, but like I think that's something that like could be addressed, because some students like.
What about the dining hall? Like anything specific, or?
Well, the dining hall got remodeled and it looks great.
It does look great. The dining
Yeah.
hall remodel. I mean, compared to what it looked, it didn't even look that bad whenever I was here my freshman year.
Saw it last year for me.
You said what?
Last year for me, it
Well,
did not look good.
I did. It's been a while since I've been in the dining hall
Right.
since before the remodel. But
Yeah.
like, I was in there for SGA training at the beginning of the school year, and it looked really nice.
Yeah,
Great.
it does look really good. I think more just I remember a vegetarian telling me that there's not enough vegetarian options, so I think maybe they should be more aware of what student
needs.
Yeah, maybe just that, like have maybe more vegetarian options, more like dairy free, more gluten free options, stuff like that. I don't have that issue personally. I don't really eat there anymore, but like I just think like it'd be cool for like students to know that like there's an option for almost anything you want. I mean, like you don't expect to have like a whole pizza buffet every single day, but.
Yeah,
I think that'd be cool.
Where do you eat at then if you don't eat at the dining hall in the cafe?
Yeah, Point Cafe is my go-to when I eat on campus. If not, like I obviously like I can cook in my apartment, but like it's I prefer the cafe just because it's like there aren't like an insane amount of options, but I think like it's just like very easily accessible, and I think that that's something that I heard some students they don't know about it yet. So
Know about the cafe?
know about Boost Mobile and the Point Cafe.
Oh, really?
Like how to order like the food system. I remember some students telling me they haven't done that yet.
Can you look in the camera and give a little rundown on an easy, simple way to use Boost Mobile?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure there was an email sent out. At least my freshman year, there was an email sent out. So I'm sure there was an email sent out telling you guys how to do it. Follow those steps. If you didn't receive an email, I'm sure there's
just look up Boost Mobile in your email.
Yeah.
If you haven't, you don't think you got the email.
Yeah. Or I guess someone that does have it can show you as well. So definitely ask them. But so go to that, set it up, and then you can use your meal plan. So if you don't want to go to the dining hall for dinner, you can order Boost. It's open from, I believe, 11 to 11 now or something like that around that area, which is really, really cool. So if you ever like, have a 6 to 9 class and you're just like eating a late dinner, like you can just order it. So you can use a meal plan on that, or you can use your flex dollars, which I'm pretty sure most on-campus students have. So definitely look into doing that, because that's where I like to eat when I'm not cooking something.
What's your favorite like option at the cafe?
I flip back and forth a lot. For lunches, I always get a salad almost every time, but I also get the chicken sandwiches because for some reason last year they were good. This year they've been hidden. I'm not
The chicken
gonna lie.
sandwiches are better than they were last year.
I think
Regular
they've been
or
very good.
buffalo?
Both, but like regular because like I don't want to stuff my stomach with too much spicy food. But like the regular chicken sandwich has been good this year. I'm not gonna lie.
Do you get any? Is it just like, do you get it plain or do you get anything on
No,
it?
I just get it comes with like cheese, pickles, and like this special sauce. I don't know what the special sauce is, but I'm sure it's just like a mix of like mayonnaise, ketchup, and mustard, and it just tastes good. So it doesn't matter.
Interesting.
Yeah, but I would recommend it. Try it out if you haven't, please. And they have like an Impossible Burger if you're a vegetarian too. That's cool. And they have like a bunch
They
of
have
different fries
salad
options.
area. The cafe used to be a lot more open.
Yeah.
At least before they did the remodel. Whenever I used to go to the cafe, the wrap bar that they had.
Ooh.
You missed out on the wrap bar. That was.
I did, yeah.
The wrap bar was probably my favorite place to go for lunch freshman year. Like, oh my goodness, it like thinking about it is bringing me back. Like, holy cow, it was the only place I would go because it was just the best. Or like I would get like mozzarella sticks or like chicken fingers and French fries.
They have mozz sticks and
But
stuff
like,
and mac and cheese, but
I didn't have to order through an app or anything. Like I just walked up to the counter and I said, hey, I would love to have this, and they're like, for sure, and
yeah, they're better with service this year too, though.
yeah, anytime I've gone, they normally have bags sitting in those little cubbies.
Yeah, they've been
everyone.
They've been good with the service now. Like I feel like I order it and like when I get there, like if it's not like exactly on time, like it's either earlier or it's like within 5 minutes. So like
shout out to guys that work in the cafe
Yeah.
kitchen. I think it's
a lot of them are students here.
yeah, a lot of them are students.
This switches a lot.
So
though.
yeah, there's a bunch of people.
So a lot of our athletes actually, I see them every single day at the cafe.
A lot of the
so.
athletes do work with the cafe and the dining hall.
So
so.
you got to credit the athletes. They practice every day. They go to school and they work at the Point Cafe.
They work in the cafe and the dining hall. So.
Yeah, you got to give them so much.
Shout out
credit.
to everyone in the cafe.
Shout out all the school workers.
Shout out all the school workers in the cafe. We appreciate y'all for real. So yeah, we just talked about the dining hall. Do you have any other like anything else that you think could change or anything that you've noticed that we could potentially work on getting
As I
fixed?
said, I mentioned bringing out like some of the resources and offices that the school has to offer that even I just found out about this year and I probably still haven't even discovered yet. So maybe like there could be some sort of way of like pushing out like an email being like, if you ever need this, email this. If you ever need this, email this, and just like have like each office like send out an email to all students and just like remind them that they're here for them. I think that'd be cool. I think that's just something that like is so huge when it comes to college because like a lot of students are just in a situation where they don't know what to do, and if they just have someone to talk to, like, but as we said, we have the people to talk to. I just think they need to be reminded of them for sure. I think that's like I don't think it's like a huge problem. I just think it's like something really important to address.
What are your? I mean, that's a good point. Like, I know there's some people that have like issues with. Not issues, but like they don't like talking to people or like reaching out. Like that was one thing that I had trouble with like earlier in college was just like reaching out to someone and being like, hey, like, is this what I need to do? Or like, I don't know where your office is. Like, please like write me back and let me know or whatever. Or even like I forgot where the IT department was last week or 2 weeks ago. And then I ended up finding them and they super helpful.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a bunch of different offices. I didn't really even know that too. Like, I could probably name like 4. That's probably it.
I probably knew like 3 last year, and I think I'd like discover like 2 this year that like someone like brought up to me, or was like, or like I just like peeked while like walking through like the student center or something. Like, you ever see the first floor of the student center? There's like 3 offices right there alone.
Yeah, Sale is on the first floor of the student center.
Yeah.
And Brad and Keeley, Keeley's office is gone. They just completely removed it because I think they're adding the stairs to the Career Readiness Center in the bottom of the student center. I think that's where the stairs are going. At least that's what the picture shows. A big staircase.
Yeah, I forgot that thing's even getting built, but I want the front.
Yeah,
door open.
I want the main student center entrance open. Like, I'm so tired of having to go through the back.
How do you actually feel about like what they're putting down there? Like, genuine opinion. I'll give mine after, but I just want to know.
I mean, it's cool.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, it doesn't do anything for me because I'm not gonna be here. So, which sucks.
Right.
Like, I think that's the one thing that I'm like, I guess pressed about is the pool has been not used for the last 4 years that I've been here, And now that I'm a
It's probably been done
senior,
before that too.
I'm sure. But now that I'm a senior, like it sucks that I am not going to be able to use it.
Yeah.
I would have loved if they put a basketball court down there for the team. Like,
it's biased though, a little biased.
Yeah, I
there,
mean
yeah.
it is biased. Like
I agree though.
I think instead of having to go to CCAC, like it's literally just downstairs of the student center, and like there would be bleachers. Maybe I don't really know how like it would have worked with a court and like the Sky Bridge, but
Dream
like
big.
yeah, that was a really big dream that I had. I was really hoping for a basketball court in the student center. But I will say the Career Readiness Center I think is going to be super beneficial for a lot of people. So I'm not upset that the Career Readiness Center was put there in place of my dreamed basketball court for the teams.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be great. It just stinks that I'm not going to be able to use it.
No, I agree. As I said, I was bringing up like offices and resources for students. That's another office. That's a whole floor of career readiness, which I think is huge because not all students like know. I mean, you might come with like a specific major, but not all students know like where do I go from here? Like, what if I graduate and I don't get a job out of it? Like Career Readiness Center.
What are the options? Yeah. Like what can I branch off to if whatever I'm doing isn't working out, or if there's some other avenue of the spot that you're already in that you can branch off to and go into different spaces. I think it'll be cool. The render designs that I've seen like put in the newspaper, and I think there's probably one on the entrance, I think, on like that banner that banner's funny because they put that up for Picklesburg. It was like this entrance is closed.
Yeah,
and,
I remember. I
don't remember what the date was, but I remember. Oh, I just hit the mic. I don't remember what the date was, but I just remember seeing that sign, like the banner, and it hasn't been moved since Picklesburg.
Yeah, but now that entrance actually is closed though.
Yeah, now it like fully closed. But
yeah, not fully, but like don't go there.
Yeah, don't go, and don't ruin it for yourself. You want to see the Career Readiness Center whenever it's done.
You might get slammed with cement too if you use that entrance because that's what they've been putting in.
Yeah, it's been interesting walking past like going to campus and just seeing a cement truck just pouring cement into the pool.
Yeah,
like,
right.
I just keep seeing the guys sitting out there and the cement truck just spinning. Like, and it's not an everyday thing either. It's like it'll be here on like a Tuesday when I'm going to my 1 o'clock class, and then I'll leave and it's still there, but then it's not back until like the following Monday, and they're just filling it up with cement again. And I'm like, what happened last week? Like, why is the cement truck here again?
Yeah. Oh, you also mentioned something about like the IT room. I wanted to bring that to my next point.
Of course. Go ahead.
So
say whatever you want about IT. They're great people.
Yeah, no, they're great and they're good at their job. It has nothing against them. I think that like I'm just like tired of. I complain about the Wi-Fi. I'm not gonna lie. I work a remote job in my in my on-campus apartment. So like. I have to use the Wi-Fi here. I, fortunately enough, have Ethernet in my room that like I can connect to my laptop. So like the Ethernet's insane, and I'm not gonna lie, it's actually really good. So good for them for doing that because I heard that like the Ethernet has kind of been an issue in the past, and like this year it's like
it didn't work my freshman year.
Yeah, this year it's like been insane.
Well, sort of.
So if you're a gamer or you just like need to work,
you're a gamer.
I think gamers they're blessed with to have the Ethernet they have because it's probably better than some of their home Wi-Fi. But yeah. I think like people like struggle like when I go to my laptop it takes me like 6 tries to like log in sometimes. I know they like said like you should only use like the Pioneer Net Wi-Fi I believe it is now.
Yeah.
I think that like maybe there's a little bit of Wi-Fi issues. And there's also like maybe possible like security breaches that I'm hearing about because like students not like non-students that are like off campus can like somehow log into it. So like I would definitely keep an eye on that. But
I didn't know about that.
I heard my math teacher bring it up actually like right before I got here. So
oh jeez.
Yeah.
Well, I heard I think the IT was talking to Mark about potentially having us like trying to find spots on campus that are like dead zones and just like marking them down and like letting them know how to either like extend the Wi-Fi in different areas or just try and build some sort of better connection on the Wi-Fi's end. But I mean, if you, Matt, or if any of you on campus have noticed any dead spots or spots where Wi-Fi just might not work, be sure to let us know. We're going to compile a list together and make sure we get it to IT and see if there's anything that they could potentially do to, boost the signal and make it a little easier on us students to get some work done, watch some Netflix, play some games, whatever you may do on your devices. But, just shoot us a DM, put it in the comments, tell Matt. Matt will probably see me and be like, this person said that wherever doesn't have good Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And
I see Mark around campus all the time too. I could just stop and be like, hey, like I got something for you.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Mention to Mark too.
Yeah, mention it to Mark if you see him. He's everywhere all the time. So if you see Mark, let him know. I'm sure he would be delighted to hear what places on campus don't have good spots for Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have any other questions unless you just want to like. We're at 30 minutes, so we can just keep talking if you want.
We can yap about whatever. I mean, in fairness, like I think that that's like the only issues that like I consistently address that like I would push on to other people is like just make sure that they're reminded about their like resources and everything, and just like obviously like Wi-Fi and dining hall food, like that's something that like every freshman is complaining about. So like I think that like
Yeah, I mean that's just the way it is.
But, like,
you're going from your house to home
Yeah.
home cooked meals and perfect internet
Yeah.
to. I mean, it's changed. Like that's what happens. It may suck for a little
adapting.
bit, but like you gotta adapt. You're gonna be in college for 4 years.
Yeah, but like one thing that like you definitely have to adapt. It's not the easiest thing, but you also want like freshmen to like feel like they're like at the spot that they want to be at.
Yeah.
So like that's the one thing is like I see like people. I mean that's any school people transfer all the time, but like you don't want students transferring. You want your students to be happy at where you're at. I love it here, and I know you do. I know so many students that love being here. So like it's not a school issue. It's just like some students are very picky about things, and like maybe if we can just like not me, you guys can just like somehow like find like those small issues that would like fix things. I like as I said, like dining hall food's one of them, Wi-Fi is one of them. I guess resources like not knowing their resources, like those are like just like little things that like maybe would like keep a freshman from like avoiding transferring or realize that they're like in the place that they want to be at. But like if you're here for like the right career, like sports comm, like I don't see where else you would want to be. Like this is the spot. Point Park's the spot.
Sports comm, SAEM. I think sports media and marketing is a major too.
Dance, theater, acting. Where the Copa here is amazing. We're one of the best at a lot of those in the whole country.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
Yeah, but join sports comm if you're interested.
Yeah, keep that.
Sports comm major is gonna. I mean, Bernie said to me whenever we went to the Pirate game. What, this was 2 weeks ago now?
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, he said, I think sports comm is going to be one of the biggest majors in Point Park next year.
I believe it is.
And I 100% believe that. I think
the incoming freshmen we have for a lot
yeah,
of our clubs?
the incoming freshmen this year there were a lot compared to last year, which was great to see. I'm glad that there's a lot of people interested in like fully believe in what the major can provide and what it offers and the different opportunities that you can take from it. And yeah, I mean, it's exciting. It benefits everyone. I think there were people coming to UView, the different games, the meeting we had at the beginning of the year, just everything. Like it's crazy. Yeah. I'm excited to see what it does whenever I leave.
Yeah, and it's never too late to join either of these either. Like UView, like you can step up, talk to if you want to do if you're a sports comm, if you want to talk to like someone from Pioneer Sideline, this is the guy you want to talk to.
Yeah, talk to me.
Or Jacob if you see Jacob.
Jacob Kubik.
Yeah,
co-producer of Pioneer Sideline.
Yeah, I would like you can join in and you can you can watch a show and then you can just like you can immediately like hop on something the next show. Same thing with like writing for the Globe. Go to like a Globe pitch meeting every Monday at 2:40.
Where are those pitch meetings at?
They're in the Globe office, which is right next to Conestoga, which is like right across the West Penn. So you'll see that too. This is where the pitch meetings are. They're also sometimes in the CMI too. So just reach out to someone. Aaron, that's who you reach out to for the Globe. And then like even something like Sports Comm Club, where you can hop in whenever for that too. So and that's how most clubs are. You can hop in whenever. Pick up and learn something. So I definitely would look into all the clubs.
People don't feel bad if, like, we get it. People are busy. If you're interested in joining a club and you go and it just doesn't work out, like that's totally okay. We understand people are busy, or maybe it's just not you were looking for. Like, there's a bunch of clubs. There are a lot of clubs to choose from if you're interested in getting involved in some sort of capacity, and you can just be a member and be on the email list and not go, or you could be the most involved person and go to every meeting and be interactive the entire meeting. Yeah. So if you're interested in joining any club, whether it be Sports Comm or SGA or CAB or the Taylor Swift Society
or Chess Club
or any other club that's on campus, check out Point Sync. or see if someone knows about it, reach out to one of the officers of the club. I know they'd love to have you. So, yeah, I mean, that's all I have, Matt.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Appreciate you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. If you see Matt on the street, make sure you tell him what's up. Stay tuned for this podcast episode coming out on YouTube. We'll have shorts coming out on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, maybe even YouTube shorts, maybe even TikTok. We're still trying to get that figured out. But follow us on Instagram at SGA_PPU. Follow Matt on Instagram
At Matt Palange.
And yeah, that is what SGA had to say this week. See you next week. Peace.